We're kicking off today with Becky Lynch, as the man sparked major controversy during the August 25th episode of WWE Raw, and now the company is facing unexpected backlash. The live show from Birmingham saw Lynch cut a heel promo that took a sharp turn when she invoked the late Ozzy Osbourne to insult the local crowd. What may have been intended as trash talk quickly turned into a PR nightmare. While attempting to mock Birmingham, Lynch delivered a line that immediately drew outrage. "The only good thing that came out of here died a month ago, but in fairness to Ozzy Osbourne, he had the good sense to move to LA, a proper city, because if I lived in Birmingham, I'd die too." The shot at Osbourne's death did not sit well with fans, and the response was swift. Among those who spoke out was Ozzy's daughter Kelly Osbourne, who blasted the promo on Instagram. "You're a disrespectful dirtbag. Shame on the WWE for allowing such things to be said about my father and his home." According to Brian Alvarez on Wrestling Observer Live, the line was not coordinated with the Osbourne family, leaving WWE embarrassed over the situation. Alvarez reported, "I can tell you, this was not like, they called her and are doing something together. Kelly Osbourne is not happy. I was told WWE is embarrassed and they're probably going to do an apology. There's discussion about doing a public apology. I know they talked about doing a private apology." Behind the scenes, WWE has been holding internal discussions on how to handle the fallout, debating whether to release a public apology or quietly reach out to the family. Becky's intent may have been to rile up the UK crowd in classic heel fashion, but tying her insult to a recently deceased cultural icon has struck a nerve. For now, WWE has not commented officially, but the pressure to address the matter continues to grow. Do you think WWE should issue a public apology to the Osbourne family, or was Becky Lynch's promo simply part of the game? Share your thoughts in the comments below. With John Cena and Logan Paul set to clash at WWE Clash in Paris on August 31st, the two went face-to-face in the ring during SmackDown this past Friday. The exchange was fiery, with Cena in particular delivering some sharp words aimed directly at the former United States champion. The promo has already become a talking point, and former WWE star Baron Corbin, now wrestling under the name Bishop Dyer, offered his perspective on Cena's approach during an appearance on Busted Open Radio. Corbin explained that Cena's reputation for testing rising stars on the microphone was once again on display, just as he's done in the past with Roman Reigns and Austin Theory. "John will have no mercy on the microphone. He talks about wanting to give back to the business, and he does. He truly loves this and wants people to be successful. But he's not going to hand it to you. We watched him murder Roman on live television, from the drug test pop to the lack of promo skills. He cut Roman's seeds off in that promo. He's going, if you can come back from that and prove me wrong, I'll help you take the keys to the kingdom." Maybe John didn't tell Logan anything. In my brain, John didn't tell him anything. When you're done, I'll start talking and I'll put the button on it and we're out. He wants Logan's real reactions in the moment. But it was a test too, man. It was a test to see if he could hang. It was a test to see what Logan was going to bring to the table promo-wise. He did it to Theory. If you're not going to bring original content and your A-game, he's going to murder you. Cena's history on the microphone shows that he doesn't just build feuds, he builds superstars by pushing them to their limits. For Logan Paul, this SmackDown confrontation may have been more than just a storyline exchange. It was a proving ground to show whether he can hold his own under pressure against one of WWE's greatest talkers. Do you think Logan Paul passed Cena's test on the mic, or was the veteran too much for him to handle? Enjoying the video? A quick like goes a long way in helping us grow and deliver more wrestling news you care about. WWE is preparing for a billion-dollar shift to bring its premium live events to ESPN's upcoming direct-to-consumer platform after Clash in Paris, which is going to be a significant change. However, NXT fans needn't worry about the situation just yet, as the developmental brand isn't going to be making the move to ESPN, at least for now. Sean Ross Sapp has revealed on the latest Fightful podcast that WWE's ESPN deal was approved after Peacock gave it the green light, and that means not everything is leaving Peacock. Instead, two major properties will remain for now. Saturday night's main event will continue on Peacock, not on NBC. NXT PLEs will continue on Peacock for the time being. That means that all of NXT's major events, such as Deadline, Halloween Havoc, and Stand and Deliver, are going to remain streaming on Peacock, while the main roster PLEs will appear on ESPN's streaming service. It had previously been reported that NXT's library of content and future PLE rights would be up for grabs, but at the moment, it appears WWE isn't intending on shopping NXT around, as the schedule isn't set to change. This is a positive situation for fans who have been enjoying NXT in recent times, although it is unclear what WWE's long-term plans are for the developmental brand moving forward. Are you happy to keep watching NXT on Peacock, or would you prefer it to join the rest of WWE on ESPN? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Some major WWE and Peacock update, as fans hoping to see SmackDown on the service are going to be waiting for a while, as Dave Meltzer revealed on the Wrestling Observer Radio that NBC Universal is keeping SmackDown off Peacock's live stream. This is being done to protect its traditional television rights on the USA Network, with Meltzer making it clear that the entire situation is all about ratings rather than logistics. The only reason you would not stream SmackDown live on Peacock, the only reason, is for fear of hurting TV ratings on USA Network. Obviously, by this choice, what that tells you is that TV ratings of SmackDown on USA Network are exceedingly important to NBC right now, because if they weren't, they would be trying to build up their Peacock service with SmackDown every single week. Meltzer added that if Peacock wants to build its subscriber base, then SmackDown would air live on it. Instead, NBC Universal keeps the WWE Blue brand content back for 30 days, meaning it's old by the time it arrives on the platform. If you're really trying to build streaming retention, SmackDown Weekly on Peacock is your ticket, but they're keeping that 30-day window before SmackDown hits streaming. That's a clear signal about where their priorities are. Saturday night's main event is being used to bolster Peacock. The decision not to move SmackDown is telling. NBC Universal is clearly not willing to give up its top performer on a weekly basis. It's a balancing act that is taking place in the world of television now, as classic ratings are balanced against the rise of streaming. Do you think NBC Universal should also have SmackDown broadcast live on Peacock? Please share your thoughts and feedback in the comments section below. Unfortunately, we will not be providing our usual comprehensive NXT review today due to unexpected technical difficulties, but please look forward to that in tomorrow's video. However, on NXT this week, Miles Bourne and Lexis King competed in a blindfold match that ended up stealing the spotlight, but one moment caught the attention of fans more than most. That was King using a catchphrase that MJF has made iconic throughout his career, instantly sparking speculation that he could be heading to WWE in the future. King wanted to send a message, and he did so by telling the NXT roster, "I'm better than you and you know it," which is a line which has become synonymous with MJF over the years. Given that King is a former AEW star, he's aware of what the catchphrase will have people thinking, as he's also known for being a good friend of MJF's. However, only time will tell if the quote was a subtle hint at something to come. The question of whether MJF will make his way to WWE in the near future has been making the rounds for months, but the answer appears to be no. Ahead of his highly anticipated return at AEW All Out 2024, MJF officially re-signed with All Elite Wrestling on a new multi-year deal. While AEW has not disclosed the exact terms, Fightful reports that sources believe the contract runs through 2027, locking him in with the company for the foreseeable future. Do you think Lexis King was hinting at MJF's upcoming WWE arrival? Let us know in the comments section below. Another notable event that occurred on NXT this week was Ricky Saints' victory over Josh Briggs in singles action, which earned him the #1 contender spot for the NXT Championship. The former AEW star called out Oba Femi at the start of the show, but was instead met with Briggs. Their confrontation led to NXT General Manager Ava making the match on the spot, while she revealed that nobody's heard from Javon Evans since Heatwave. Saints secured the win against Briggs, and he's now set to challenge Femi at NXT's No Mercy on September 27th. However, as they went face-to-face to promote that, they were interrupted by the new NXT Tag Team Champions, Dark State. It didn't take long for the situation to turn physical, as Saints and Femi were forced to work together, as Hank and Tank also hit the ring to end the segment with a chaotic brawl. What do you think about Ricky Saints becoming the #1 contender, and do you believe he'll be the one to dethrone Oba Femi? Let us know in the comments section. CM Punk is currently enjoying his first full European tour since returning to WWE, but he ended up on the receiving end of an attack from a member of the women's division during a recent live event. Punk teamed up with Sami Zayn and Penta to face the Judgment Day in Manchester, England, and Roxanne Perez ended up getting involved to hit Punk with the Pop Rocks. The move allowed Dominic Mysterio to go for the cover, but Punk was able to kick out at the last minute. However, it was a rare instance of intergender wrestling, which is a relatively uncommon sight in a WWE ring, but it did elicit a huge pop in the moment. Elsewhere, everyone in the wrestling world has come together this week to blame Raja Jackson for the disgraceful attack on Syko Stu, which has left him hospitalized. apart from Mark Henry, who appears to have a different take. The world's strongest man has stunned the wrestling world by revealing that he believes Stu was at fault for the beating that he received at the hands of Jackson. Henry spoke to TMZ Sports about the shocking incident, making it clear that he thought Stu wasn't fully aware of what was happening, while claiming that the person messing with him took on more than he could handle. Henry believes that veteran wrestlers like Stu need to be setting a better example when dealing with younger talent, which is one of the reasons why the situation unfolded as it did. "I do know what I saw. It looked like he wasn't smart to what was going on, and the dude that was messing with him bit off more than he could chew. You gotta be careful with who you're messing with, and what kind of example are you as a veteran for inciting a riot with a kid? I mean, he's not 12, but he's still significantly younger, and you want to make sure that everyone knows what you're doing." Henry made it clear that the assault had made the company look bad, while also hurting Syko Stu's image since he got beaten up. Losing a fight such as this is something that Henry believes a wrestler would have lost their job for back in the day. "If indeed what I saw was what I saw, people before the show during the daytime drinking and intoxicated or partially intoxicated, and you bust a bottle over a guy's head and trash talk like that guy was not gonna do nothing, yeah, you're at fault." This surprising opinion comes after it was revealed that Stu had already apologized to Raja about the beer incident, with the two men even shaking hands over the situation before what would unfold took place. While Henry might have this opinion, many fans and professionals have blamed Raja for his actions, and there have been petitions for the LAPD to arrest him for assault. Henry's views have certainly shocked many fans, even if they try to see it from Henry's perspective. However, time will tell if Raja ends up facing severe consequences for his actions beyond damage to his reputation. WWE's ID program is designed to provide young wrestlers from the independent world with a pathway into WWE, opening the door for even more talent to reach the top level of the business. However, being handed that contract doesn't guarantee someone will make it to WWE, as Aaron Roberts found out this week. He's officially confirmed that he's been released from the program just months after signing on in November 2024. Roberts had been featured numerous times within the program, with his last appearance being at the GCW ID showcase on August 1st. He made the announcement with a mock breaking news text and voiceover, concluding that he's not a failure. The details surrounding his release are currently unknown, but despite admitting he was fired from his dream job, Roberts has made it clear that he's not done with wrestling just yet. There is unfortunate news coming out of AEW at the moment, as it's been confirmed that Swerve Strickland is going to be out of action for a while, as he's set to undergo surgery. According to Bodyslam.net, Swerve is set to undergo surgery on August 27th following AEW x NJPW Forbidden Door, after weeks of speculation regarding his health leading up to the event. It was previously noted that Swerve has been wrestling with a torn meniscus since 2019, and he's now expected to address the issue. While it's a positive situation that he's fixing the situation, it's an obvious blow to AEW due to his importance to the roster. Strickland had challenged Kazuchika Okada for the AEW Unified title at Forbidden Door, and after the match, Okada attacked Strickland's knee in a violent moment. He pulled Strickland to the ring post and drove a chair into Swerve's knee while it was trapped between the post and the steps. This angle appears to be done in a bid to write Swerve off television moving forward, as he's now expected to miss a significant amount of time from AEW programming. AEW has been plagued by a lot of negative injury news lately, but there is one positive development in that department, as it appears Tony Khan might be able to welcome back Orange Cassidy soon. After months on the shelf, Bodyslam.net has reported that Cassidy has been medically cleared to compete, meaning Khan will be able to freshly squeeze the talented wrestler once more. Cassidy tore his pectoral muscle back in April, around the time of his match with Ricochet and Mike Bailey, but he's now ready and waiting for his creative direction, although AEW hasn't said when he'll return. Fans are already speculating as to how he'll make his comeback, whether it's going after a title, teaming with friends, or wrestling on his own. However, he's never been far away from the action. Cassidy has reportedly been backstage at numerous AEW events lately, which is a sign that he's close to being back on television, and it's now just a matter of time before fans see him back. We're ending today with Rampage Jackson, who went on a scathing rant this week to defend his son Raja after his assault on Syko Stu, with the MMA legend opting to double down on his support. He said,
"I'm gonna tell y'all what happened.
He was telling me something.
This is what happened, Chad. He went to a pro wrestling event with his coach. Those pro wrestlers, they be just as crazy as MMA guys, right? The pro wrestling guy don't know my son, and he hit him over the head with like a can or a beer can or a bottle or something. and my son didn't know it didn't know it was coming. Didn't know, they didn't tell my son. And he hit my son over the head. I guess he thought my son was a pro wrestler or something. And Roger didn't react, but Roger didn't fight though. He didn't do anything, because I told Roger not to get punched, but still hit my son over the head. And then he asked my son, "You ain't gonna sell it?" When you in pro wrestling, when you sell, it's like, because that shit fake. MMA, we do real shit. And he said, "You ain't gonna sell it?" So when you don't sell, it make the other pro wrestler look bad, like he weak or something. But my son, he don't know nothing about that shit. So this motherfucker that hit my son is stupid. So in order for me not to go to fucking jail, I got to talk to his coach. Yeah, Roger wasn't aware. Roger didn't know what was going on. He just thought he was going and talking to those dudes. That's some fucked up ass shit, man. These motherfuckers playing on, they fuck my son. They playing with my motherfucking DNA. They playing with my motherfucking name. I'm the only motherfucker that can fuck with my son. Nobody else on this fucking planet better fuck with my motherfucking son. Now, he's safe. He told me he's safe. But I saw exactly what happened from that clip. That W Cal Cocktails was sending me that clip so fast. Them motherfuckers playing on my motherfucking name. They playing my motherfucking DNA. Man, I will go there and I'll fuck up all them motherfucking pro wrestlers over my motherfucking son. All of them. All of them. My son ain't no motherfucking pro wrestler. He don't know how to sell that shit. He don't know how to do none of that shit. We MMA fighters. We get dirty for real. We don't sell shit. We don't give you nothing. We don't give you a goddamn thing. You got to get what you earn in my motherfucking sport. We don't play that motherfucking shit. We do motherfucking real alphas. We ain't pretending around this motherfucker. And you motherfucker come with my son, y'all got to go through me first. Come meet me at the motherfucking gym. Don't with my motherfucking bloodline.
Do you think Rampage Jackson is right to defend his son, or should Raja face the full consequences of his attack on Syko Stu? Sound off in the comments.